so internet. But on September 3rd, 2021, for reasons no one understands, a twisted genius randomly remembered the song from the Animal Crossing porno and uploaded it to TikTok, where it blew up. And that was the beginning of the end. Because as the song racked up millions of views on YouTube, for several tragic weeks, oblivious TikTok users and Facebook aunties alike were sending everyone they knew a deceptively cute video of a dancing cat. So what was actually going on here? There have been dirtier memes and catchier songs. And Ankha isn't even close to the most popular Animal Crossing character to get this treatment. Well, it turns out the answer lies deeper. Because for 26 long, hard years,
oh my gosh, it's DM Delcoro.
Internet phenomena were slowly lining up for Ankha Zone to explode.
Oh, it's the calm
crazy,
before the storm.
This is the same company that made Starfire Raven, ain't it?
Oh my gosh.
Zone Sama? I could be mistaken on that, but I feel like they were on a generational run for a while with their new
that's so
stuff.
peak,
They were like first in the game, first in the league type shit. Coca-Cola before Pepsi type shit. No one had it on them. They were.
I was like, this sounded familiar, and I was like, wait, storms before the calm before the storm? That's so fire.
You wanted that new
I was like, I remember that motif of
Zone Sama.
dun
Yeah, I love
dun,
Rule
the
34.
low notes.
Bro, let me tell you how I know you don't love Rule 34. Because the people who really love Rule 34 really love Rule 34. To the point that they won't even tell you because they don't even want to give out the sauce about Rule 34. You don't even know the rules about Rule 34. First rule of Rule 34, don't tell anybody you watch Rule 34. You're a cat. You're a liar. Get out of here. If you was really about it, you wouldn't tell a soul. You'd be deep in every night. You'd find new characters on your spare time and create the animations yourself because you know the rules. If it exists, there must be Rule 34 for it, and nothing in this world that I see
Get the best part. What the frick?
Even my home supplies, my bleach, my rag, my keys, all of it I built Rule 34 for. But you are nothing like us.
Tinfoil hat, lock your bedroom to explode. And if that sounds crazy, put on your tinfoil hat, lock your bedroom door, and enable cruise control. Because it's time to talk about a website called Newgrounds.
Yeah! Newgrounds!
Get into the monstrosity that brought you Numa Numa, Smiling Friends, and terabytes of animated cartoon porn. Super quick timeline. January 2015, South Korean adult animator -8 uploads Ankaride.swift. And remember this Swift file format because it's going to be very important. Then, January 2021, the artist Zone Sama, famous for numerous contributions to Newgrounds and YouTube, uploads Ankha Zone as an homage to -8's creation. Now, as for Newgrounds itself, it's a website known for its irreverent attitude and thousands of culture-defining flash games and animations. And even if you've never been
I haven't played it in like probably 10 years, but Newgrounds will always be deep in my heart, bro. All the games
this is obviously not
that raunchy. They generally just have some really good games on there, right? Like actually, like you can go on Newgrounds and find some really good stuff made by just the average Joe. God, to this day I'm deep in. You're still on Newgrounds. I didn't even know it was still getting users, bro. I thought it was done in like 2012.
Man, you felt its influence. From Salad Fingers to Peanut Butter Jelly Time to All Your Base or Belong to Us to the Teen Titans parody that was the awakening for every online male in 2007. All were either from or popularized via Newgrounds. And in case you don't see where this is going, the Teen Titans parody, the Jenny the Teenage Robot video that royally pissed off Viacom, and Ankha Zone were all made by one person and all came from this website. But how did we get here? Unceremoniously pooped out onto the World Wide Web on July 6, 1995 by a teenage Tom Falk. What began as a love letter to the Neo Geo console series quickly turned into two controversial Flash games. Assassin and club a
Is
seal.
that a wall?
You can imagine what the gameplay looked like.
It
Foreshadowing the iconic screw you attitude that would define a generation. Fulp thoughtfully considered the hate mail being sent to him by those who felt that his games were mean-spirited, and then displayed it on his site for laughs. From here, to paraphrase his own words, Newground had taken on a solid form. Kind of like how digested food becomes a turd. And this turd
Wait, this
proved
guy knows.
very appetizing, as through the late 90s, Newgrounds rapidly cultivated an edgy user base while trying,
So
in vain,
confused.
not to lose advertisers.
Maybe you're
Why
supposed
a
to go
brand
right,
wouldn't want to
because
appear on the
you said
website
remember
where you
this
can
path.
play man wearing exploding vest walking into a store simulator is anyone's guess. But then 1998 rolls around and uh-oh, lawsuit. After Fulp uploaded an animation depicting the
I do,
Teletubbies.
bro.
These sites though, the internet would just be so boring. Just censorship all the time. Like no one would actually be able to create anything good because all they would know is the things that's force fed us by society and the government. Teen Titans Go is all niggas would know. Nobody want that's nice here and there, but the world is still real. Like live leak is kind of necessary to an extent. It's it's still a real world out there, bro. World Star, all of that can be necessary. I'm not saying you should be on there logged in every day I'm gonna see the new heading. I'm not saying that, but I am saying if you accidentally stumble upon one,
How did I get
traumatized
here?
you, that might have been fate for you to be a man. If you accidentally stumbled upon Newgrounds and saw the Starfire versus Raven, that might have been fate for you to be a man. You know? And then suddenly Grandma walks in the room and she's like, "What are you watching?" "Nothing, it's just Teen Titans." It wasn't just Teen Titans. It wasn't just Teen Titans.
Drug addiction and alcoholism. The British public was so offended by this portrayal of their greatest cultural exploit.
It was not
that the
just a
BBC
cloud,
sued
bro.
on copyright grounds
Oh my
and
God.
lost. That is American free use law.
Gotta love it.
Over the next decade, Fulp and his close-knit team worked tirelessly to keep the website afloat through ballooning server costs caused by thousands
How
of
the frick
game,
do I do this
music,
tower,
and video
bro?
submissions, dictating a large share of edgy
What
internet
is-
humor along the way, and in so doing, setting themselves up for potential disaster. But we're not at the bad times just yet, because out there on the internet was a slowly multiplying species of human being who stood to benefit like no one ever had from one of Newgrounds' most basic features: shockwave support. Why does that matter? Because what Fire did for the human race, Flash Player did for Coomers. Coomers and Gooners, two
Are the same?
pejorative internet
Okay.
terms that largely describe the same thing. A person, usually male, who is dangerously addicted to adult
button.
content. And with Newgrounds' robust
All right,
support,
addicted is too
Swift,
far. Addicted. Nobody was addicted. Just because you're watching adult content 4 times a day on Newgrounds doesn't mean you're addicted. I can stop whenever I want, whenever I felt like it. Okay.
Keep telling
That's
yourself
first
that,
off.
gang.
Second off, I've seen people smoke more cigarettes than that, so I'm clearly not that deep in. I've seen people smoke cigarettes 7 times a day.
What
I'm
the
only
frick
going
am I
4 for
supposed
the
to
deep,
do?
Right? And by the way, I still have juices left over that I've never used. Okay, so if I was really addicted, I would have emptied the whole tank.
What am I supposed to
But
do?
I didn't. I didn't shoot the gun. That means I have discipline.
aka Shockwave file format, and the Swift's popularity in adult animations and games, it's
What
no
am I supposed to do
surprise
in
that
this tower?
hundreds of adult artists found their audience on this website.
No!
I obviously can't show you why this format worked so well, so think of it like this. A Swift is a container file that uses vectors, kind of like a set of instructions that tell an object where to move, where to rotate, or where to bounce up and down crazy style for 4.5 minutes.
Damn.
What animators may lose in terms of visual detail with this method, they often make up for with ease of animation. Combine that with motion tweens, a bouncy, elastic animation style infamous for its use in adult
What am I
material,
supposed
and you
to
get the picture. And if you don't,
I ain't gonna hold you, but you deep. If you're doing it to animals or any creatures, you're deep, bro. Like you Sonic niggas, you know what the fuck. You Sonic niggas are too far. You MHA niggas too.
Oh
Just 'cause
my
they're
god.
like too far, bro. Too far.
Yo,
Keep it to
I'm
the
actually stupid.
adult characters, man. Jesus.
What about like after I beat it? I'm like, oh my
Like, you
gosh!
can't talk.
I beat
Pokemon
Tower
don't
of
count.
Genesis.
There are no laws against Pokemon.
I can only direct you with extreme caution.
I'm trying to see how wet Bulbasaur can get type shit. You feel me? I'm just, you feel
Animation style.
No, that's crazy.
DS Loki kind of fight, bro.
Let me, oh my god.
For its use in adult material, and you get the picture. And if you don't, I can only direct you with extreme caution to the Incredible Gassy or the Spider-Man Backshots GIF. The Shockwave format, small file size,
Yo,
and
what's up?
widespread
No,
compatibility
he
at the time
crashed.
made it
Baldi
easy to upload
Basics.
adult content in that format anywhere it was permitted, especially
Sounds
on a
familiar.
website that gave as few fucks.
Did you get paid for it? Like,
And
depending on how many
this
ads?
is where the rubber meets the road. In late 2006, a user going by Zone
Looks like someone
Sama
I
would
know.
make a Newgrounds account, blowing up almost immediately because of her uncanny ability to imitate the art style of existing shows. In 2007, Zone was already blazing
Zone is
new
a
ground
female?
and providing Raven and Starfire fans with the highest quality goon material they had ever seen in their lives. Her Jenny the Teenage Robot video so closely resembled the actual show
I
that
haven't seen
Viacom
that.
forced her to take it down under threat of legal action. And fun fact, this thing is still haunting Nickelodeon because as recently as 2022, the developers of fighting game Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl were forced to remove one of Jenny's voice lines because of its inescapable association with the porn video.
That's
You
funny.
wouldn't like my brain. It's all circuity and metallic.
If that's not a sign you made it, I don't know what is.
That ass.
Her mascot, Zoneton,
It's pronounced Zone Ton.
and the wildly popular ZTV animated series. Zone had quickly carved out a niche as one of the most prolific adult artists online.
I am now a fan of ZTV. Here is the reason. It's because of this hot, sexy character.
Oh, yes.
But you may have noticed that we completely glossed over the fact that
Oh my
She was like the
gosh.
VTuber before VTubers.
A house sent
She
gift
had
from
to have
heaven.
been the founding VTuber.
I freaking love
Right?
this game.
That's her. That's Zone, for sure. For sure.
eons ago, a list of rules of the internet were carved into stone on a website that can't go 2 seconds without talking about fluids, religious minorities, and autism. And no, it's not 4chan. See, as Rule 37 clearly states, there are no women on the internet. Or are there? Rule 34. And also 1 through 33 and 35 through
I
whatever.
freaking love
if I
the
can be
dun
honest,
dun
the
dun
reason I
dun
name
that
dropped
music.
Rule 34 without offering a
Like
definition is
DM's
because,
Del bro. He's like
frankly, everyone and their
favorite
mother
game artist.
knows what it means. If it exists, there's of it. Skibbity Toilet, the John Goodman dinosaur in
Wait,
1993
Loki's Skibbity
smash
Toilet
hit.
had a bad
We're
game.
back.
Hear me
The
out.
Microsoft Paperclip. Without much
What about the
exaggeration,
Fairly Odd
if
Parents?
you can imagine it, it's out
Wanda-
there. And when it
Wanda
comes to
and-
popular
You think
franchises,
so?
there's a whole cottage industry of source filmmaker animators who pay their bills using freely available software to animate every character from every game doing everything. Major game studios are now so aware of this phenomenon that some play into it in their own marketing. Some,
Glippers.
allegedly, have even been accused of making
Marvel Rivals Datamind is shocked by how detailed Heroes 3D models are and think they'll be easy to use for fan projects. I mean, hey, if you can't beat them, join them, right? And they know that the Gooners are massive players of Marvel Rivals in games like Overwatch. You see what they've done to Tracer? They're not stupid. They're like, bro, we want to make them just for you. At the end, we don't want you to just be creating Rule 34 of them. We want you to have body pillows with holes in them. We want it all. You feel me? Because then you
Bro, am I
keep
gonna
coming
win?
back to Marvel Rivals for more. And to be honest, I'm
That
just
could've
gonna keep
gone
dropping
bad.
sexier characters. What's that new character they dropped that everybody was fiending over?
I literally beat the hardest tower ever. Of course, more Calamity music. Yes! Yo, fire, 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 fire. Bro, I literally beat Tower of Genesis. I'm literally the best player in the game. Like, Ascension to Heaven. Oh, Tale of a Criminal. So fire. Okay, I thought that was just a challenge game. It's like genuinely good.